What is up, Shady Sports Network? I'm back here with someone that you all know. You all have posters of him in your room. Two-time USFL champion, Jamar Smith. Jamar, what's up, man?
What's good, man? Appreciate you for having me, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Really excited to have you on. I got so much to talk about.
Well, definitely.
So, you're coming off a USFL championship.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you got hurt earlier in the season, but your teammate Alex Magoo signed with the Green Bay Packers. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Alex.
I couldn't be more happy for him. It's no better feeling than knowing that once a starter goes out, that the backup can go in and do the job even better. I'll be discrediting some of the things I would say, not saying that Alex had one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen before. Just some of the things that he did, just running, passing, just making plays, and just being the athlete and the player that he is. Man, he had a great year, and just giving the ball to our guys. The whole offense did a great job. The defense did a heck of a job as well. But once a stallion, always a stallion, man. So we went out there, we did what we were supposed to do, and we came out with a victory. So we got another championship on our belt.
That's awesome. And so a big part of the Stallions is your general manager, Zach. He puts together a squad every year. 13 of his guys have already signed NFL contracts. What do you think makes him so successful?
He's learning. I will say that he's a young guy that's hungry for winning. The process of just learning how to win, the process of trying to get a group of guys together to go and put the product out there on the field, understanding football, understanding the game behind football, behind closed doors and everything. And I applaud him, man, because as a guy that's I think 21, 22 years old, has to deal with guys older than him and have to be a general manager for that team, a part of a league that's starting back up and trying to build a name for himself, man. He's done a great job. So
100%. So kind of transitioning here, you had a big day a week ago. I mean, it's always exciting, when you hear the three letters NFL. You had an NFL workout with the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in workouts. A lot of guys have workouts, but those who really stand out. Do you feel like you did enough to stand out?
I could have did some things better, especially with my footwork, but that just come with repetition with everything. Threw the ball well, had 0 incompletions with that. That's one thing that you have to stand out with. The throws could be there, but can you move around efficiently in the pocket under pressure when you're tired? Just doing different things they might call out. So felt great to spinning the ball well. They called my agent back a couple of days ago, said they want to bring me back again for a workout soon. So hopefully that plans out well. Got a couple workouts, hopefully following with that. Just trying to get my feet back under me, game speed. I missed the whole season, not making that an excuse. Just trying to get, like I said, just trying to get back up to game speed. Won't get into game shape until I get in the game, but like I said, I can get into a shape, get faster, quicker, more agile in the pocket, and do some things better to stand out a little bit more.
Definitely. I mean, and that's awesome. I'm really excited for you, and I hope that you get the opportunity that we all know you deserve. So you're an OG Stallion in my mind. You were there from day one when the USFL really started. Do you think the USFL's growth has been sustainable for the long term?
Yeah, I think the USFL has a chance to keep going to more than 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I think it does have a chance. Now it's not dependent on you and I or anyone else's. Could be behind closed doors. But as far as the fans concerned, I think it should continue to grow. Anything that Fox is a hold of, quote unquote, like American Idol, has been going on. So I think the USFL is in good hands. The entertainment as well. The football is growing. The players are getting better. The game is getting faster. As you see, as everyone else is seeing, the guys are getting signed to the NFL. So you're getting your opportunity, you're getting your chance. So you just got to go out there and put the work in.
Definitely. It's all about the work, grind.
It's all about the grind, man. It's every day. It's a job, man. I promise you. Some people really don't understand. The life outside of the season is really a job. You got to train yourself 2 hours in the weight room, and then you got to try to not try. You get the opportunity to go run and condition yourself in some of the extreme heats in the southern states. So it's a job, at least 4 or 5 hours that you're training yourself, and then you have to sometimes go watch film of something that you're not a part of, just trying to stay in the game. So it's a process.
So you alluded to it a little bit off camera, but I was really surprised to see that you were an MLB draft pick, a really high MLB draft pick. Being drafted in the MLB, obviously we've had Kyler Murray be drafted, we've had Colin Kaepernick be drafted. All these guys have been drafted, but they chose to play in the NFL. Do you think the MLB can make the opportunity of playing in their league more appealing than the NFL?
Yeah, I think the one thing that kind of turns guys away is the minor league, and that's a 5 to 6 year process for some guys. Some guys just do 1 2 years and they call it to the big leagues. But I think the money. I couldn't say the money is the thing because you see some of these guys are making 300, $400 million in less than 10 years, and so the money. I don't think the money is the thing because baseball, the money is guaranteed regardless. So I really think it's probably the minor league in that process. But a lot of the guys that got drafted, like you said, Russell, Kyler, Patrick, myself, Jeff Driscoll, that's who I knew that got drafted before. And a lot of other guys that got drafted, that was a quarterback or a football player to the baseball league or MLB. So it's a lot of athletes around.
Definitely. So one of your teammates in Birmingham was Bo Scarborough, former Alabama superstar, one of the, if not the best running back to ever play at Alabama, in my
Oh,
opinion.
Bo.
What do you think his championship experience helped the Stallions?
He gave us a power running presence. I'll be lying to say to you that I thought that some teams were afraid to tackle him. It sounded like a car crash every time someone was tackling him, and that's what comes with being a power back from Alabama. I assume, but he was a great teammate. Brought leadership qualities. That's what comes when you win a lot of championships at Alabama. I called that. A lot of people were saying that they never had a professional team in Alabama. I was like, you must forgot about the team in Tuscaloosa. You know what I mean? Because they, how some of the guys treated. Some of the guys are well brought. They come with that characteristics that Coach Nick Saban has, instilled in them. So Bo was a great team. I will say that. Excited to see what's ahead for him.
I think one thing that Bo also brings, along with you guys winning, is a fan base.
Oh, most definitely.
Birmingham has one of the strongest fan bases in the USFL. If honestly, they're the strongest.
Oh, most definitely. It was.
But
where's Bo? That was the question every time. Where's Bo? But that's what comes when you do great things on and off the field, and people love you. So,
do you think the rest of the teams will ever be able to catch up with the fan support?
This is my opinion. In order, I'm not gonna say in order, but for a fan base to really grow, I think all teams have to be in their respective cities. That just has to be. But financially, that can't happen with some of the supplemental leagues or developmental leagues like the USFL. It's not a primary league like the NFL. But for a stronger fan base, I think that has to happen. But no, don't get me wrong. I didn't travel this year, so I don't know about all the northern hubs or anything like that, or even the Memphis hub. But I heard that there was a good crowd in the Ford Stadium. I heard there was a good crowd there. So it's growing. I will say the league is growing, but in my opinion, in order for each team to have a really strong fan base, I think each team has to be in their respective cities because you saw 2 years in a row in Birmingham. It's just about sold out. So
Definitely. Do you think expansion for the USFL is down the line?
Yeah, could be more teams. Could it go west? It could. I think the central of the USFL is in California. I think anyway. So it could be some teams go from west.
So transitioning to your college career at Louisiana Tech, you had a prolific college career. You were a stud. You lit up the scoreboard. What about your time at Louisiana Tech really defined you as a player?
Just never gave up, man. I tried to do anything to win. I will, credit, some of the other players for doing a great job. I never did a job by myself. I know my senior year, our defense, was top 5, top, 10 in the in categories. I know in red zone they were like number one in red zone defense, so I got to give them credit. But great coaching, great staff, great players. Like I said, just never going out there with a heart, I give up or I'm giving up. Always trying to do the best I can, or is just making the right call, making the right check. Trying to get a ball to a player. Might not be the prettiest ball, might not be accurate sometimes, but it got to that player. And over the years, I got better with my accuracy. And I will say, I never had a losing season in college. So, like I said, I just try to never give up and try to end the day on the win or the high note.
So one thing I find really interesting is we were talking about it off camera again about you being with the Patriots in 2020. You were there before Cam Newton got there.
Yep, right before
Mac Jones even got drafted.
Yep.
So the guy there was Jarrett Stidham.
Yep, it was Jarrett Stidham, Brian Hoyer, Lewerke out of Michigan State, and then myself.
How was that quarterback room?
It was lovely. I learned a lot from the 6 months I was 5 months I was with them. I learned a lot. Just being in front of a computer screen from 7 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and you learn so much, but you get tired. But it's a game of football, something you love. So of course you're going to be a student of the game, and going from from high school to first starting to play quarterback, trying to learn how to play quarterback, then get to college, figuring how to be a quarterback, learning the system and everything, and then getting the opportunity to learn from a true blue collar pro style with Coach Josh McDaniels, as everyone knows, is a football mastermind, a genius when it comes to talking the game and everything. And then Coach Belichick with how everyone know how he run things. So it was a great experience.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention a big part of your football career, which is Skip Holtz.
Mm-hmm.
You and Skip are really tight. What does he mean to you as a person?
Going on next year would probably be going on what, 8, almost 10 years since I've known Coach Skip Holtz. So that should tell you right there. I will be lying if I said he's not like a father figure to me. He used to come to my house in high school as a recruitment, just trying to get a high school kid to come to Louisiana Tech. Had our arguments of him, getting on to me as a young pup in college, as a young quarterback, trying to, grasp the ropes and everything, on the ups and downs as the wins and losses of a quarterback and the head coach, and then the failures of not win the conference championship, which was our goal, and then getting the opportunity to win, one playing and then missing one, but also just winning another one with a coach that you've been with, like I said, for 10 years. I probably could write a book about him, so many stories, so many memories, but the opportunity to do it again and go for something that a lot of people haven't done in history, it'll be a good deal.
The three-peat. I mean, that's the big word in the USFL. I mean, in my opinion, you guys are winning the championship again. I can't go against the Stallions, but what would it mean to you to be able to kind of create your own? I don't want to say decade because it hasn't been a decade, but to be a powerhouse team that people talk about when
to be a team, the writing history is a three-peat, and I mean they've done that, but to see Stallion, 22, 23, 24, three-peat champions, and then know your name is on that roster list. It'd be a great feeling in history. It's a great feeling already knowing my one of my jerseys are in the Hall of Fame. As I get pictures almost every other day, and I'm getting chills thinking about it. Just something that someone can go and say, "Hey, man, that's J. Mark Smith jersey in there, man. That's a good feeling." So, the hard work, everyone the team is doing right now, the hard work that I'm trying to do right now, just stay in shape, making sure my strength level, condition level is right, trying to go out there, put the product on the field, go 1-0 mentality every time you step on the field, and at the end of the season, the Stallions come out with the win. That's the main goal. So that's what I'm striving for.
Well, Jamar, it's been a pleasure to be able to speak with you today. My final question for you is: you obviously have had to deal with a lot of adversity with the injuries and different things that go on in professional football. What would be your biggest piece of advice for younger people to continue to push?
Don't get too caught up in an injury, man. It's life. Injury is part of sports. If you didn't want to play sports, you didn't want to get injured, you wouldn't play sports. I had a finger injury. I could have been mad. Was I mad? No. Was I sad? No. Was it part of the process? Yes, of course. Am I going to do the play again? Of course, because coach called the play. I got hurt on the blocking play, something that I'm not supposed to do, but it's a part of my job. Literally, just go with when you're hurt, don't skip any rehab. Go to your treatment. I know it's boring. I know it's redundant. I know it could get annoying. I promise you. I was going Monday, Wednesday, Friday for almost 2-3 hours of a lady just bending my finger, just doing this. I promise you it was boring, but it's worth it in the end. You're going to need it. Stay humble. Always put the work in, stay grinding. Even if you get bored out on the field, even if you're the only one out there running by yourself, you might look crazy to someone, but you know what you're doing. You know the work you're putting in. And just be ready when your number's called. You don't want to be unprepared when the opportunity comes, because that's the quickest way to not get a ticket or not get a check when your number's called. So, like I said, again, just stay humble. You got talent. That don't mean you go out there and boast about it. Just go out there and put the work in. Let the film and your work do the talking for you.
Well, Jamar, again, really enjoyed talking to you today.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man.
Learned a lot from you. I look forward to watching you light up the USFL yet again, or honestly, you on an NFL roster.
Most definitely, man. Patience is a virtue. Everything's coming. Everything happens for a reason.
Yes, sir. Keep grinding, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, boss.
Yes, sir.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.